And how is Parliament treating you?
Parliament is so far so good, I would say, because I think I'm almost 5 months old as a member of Parliament, and it's an entirely new experience.
Yes.
It is not like any other, and that explains why maybe people are interested in even going to Parliament. It's a vast ocean of knowledge, diversity, and that is the appropriate platform to contribute to proper nation building. Because whatever decision or opinion you have cannot be expressed monetarily unless it is budgeted. And it gives us the power to do proper oversight over the executive and also even to some extent the judiciary. So for that reason, I think it's a learning curve for me. I am not in a hurry.
You're not in a hurry.
Like President Akufo-Addo said, I am not in a hurry. And I still learn more. And I am privileged. Let me use this opportunity to thank my leadership for the faith they've had in us so far. And we also want to tell them that we wouldn't disappoint them and the Ghanaian people. So far, so good.
So far, so good. Great. You are now member of Parliament for Sagnarigu.
Yes.
The person you replace is very popular when it comes to national politics.
Yes.
Has it been difficult filling his shoes? Because when people hear Sagnarigu, they think of Alaji ABA for seniors, especially at the national level.
Yes, it's true. So you can't fill the shoe properly just in 5 months. He has demonstrated some level of commitment to the growth of the North. And aside the national appeal you are talking about, he's also well versed with our culture and tradition. So, and then the other one, the one that he's most famously known for, using our tradition or the language to proffer some level of Asian wisdom. That's the Proverbs. So it hasn't been easy, but the good thing is that ordinarily people would have thought that after the election, there will be that level of animosity between us. But surprisingly, it is not. And I'm getting the good counsel I deserve from him. And he always said that post the primaries, I went to his house and he told me that life, the only thing you can expect in life is change. And he knows that it is only Allah that grants leadership, not him. If it was for him, maybe he was more popular and all those things. But if it is the will of God that he should stop here, why not? Why would he fault anybody? So based on that, he has carried that character. And he came down, we went around campaign, and we won all the police stations we had lost in 2020. And even he's a PRO for the task force, the high task force. And he has been of immense support for me and my constituent, because there is a saying in my language that, like, if a wolf wears a metal ring, it has to use with it. It's already powerful. And if it wears something like metal, it will just be more powerful. So I was a member of Parliament, and now having him, a former one who is now connected to the Hajj, and we have a Muslim populated region. So he helped in facilitating some of our people to go and added the people that I'm also sending. So together it has increased the slots that ordinarily one person would have had. We are getting the opportunity to send two sets of people. So that's, I'm grateful to him.
So far, so good for you. Sagnarigu is one of the Tamale constituencies. In fact, north, south, central, and then Sagnarigu.
Yes.
How big is the work that confronts you in that area?
So, look, let me be honest with you. Out of the 4 constituencies, my constituency, for example, is a constituency that has the most deprived roads.
The most deprived roads?
Yes.
Okay.
It's very deplorable. In fact, as it is raining now, some of the parts of the constituency will be cut off because of the nature of the road.
Wow.
Unfortunately, since the constituency was created, it was created out of Tamale North. But it's now bigger than Tamale North.
Oh. Was created out of Tamale North, but bigger than Tamale North.
Yes.
Oh.
You see the conundrum. So the idea would have been that if you are giving a baby, you give
the baby will be smaller
than but it's the opposite.
Okay.
So, and in even carving out the communities for the two constituencies, what happened was that a lot of the deprived communities were rather added to Sagnarigu.
Oh.
In fact, as at the time Alhaji ABF Sen became a member of parliament, we had almost 23 communities in Tamale Township without electricity.
23 communities?
Yes. In fact, so that's the legacy.
Township.
Yes.
I see.
That's the legacy of Alhaji ABF Sen, because in the 4 years that he was a deputy regional minister, at least he was able to connect all the 23
all of
electricity.
Them?
Yes.
Not a single one left unconnected?
No. So now we have 100% access to electricity
in your constituency.
In my constituency.
Oh,
but
impressive.
Road network, we are the poorest.
Oh, okay.
In fact, even some, let me say, some constituencies even nearby even have better roads than us.
Oh, okay.
So the priority or the headache, any place when we're doing the thank you tour, even the campaign period, they will tell you that all they need is their road. Okay. And it's a Herculean task for some of us, having just entered your first time and you are confronted.
Roads are a big budget item.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, but the good news is that President Mahama, through the big push, has played to solve a lot of our problems in terms of the road network. So I'm very, very expectant, and I know that we'll be able to deal with that. And then there's a second problem, and that one is general problem in the entire Greater Tamale project, which is the water issue.
Yeah. I've been hearing a lot about water shortage in Tamale. Yeah.
Water in Tamale, Yendi, and Damango, we are facing the acute, in fact, the extreme water shortage. Okay. If you look, the current water systems that we use was brought to us in 2003. Okay. But if you look at the capacity or the addition of houses, the time they brought it, you can imagine 2003, how was Tamale? And how is Tamale now? Yeah. So if you are not increasing capacity and you are relying on the already existing water system, what do you think? It will overstretch issue. Yeah. So, and then replacement of pipes have not been done consistently and all those things. So now the good news is that President Mahama is drawing the Bupi water, is it black water or red water? Yeah. The Bupe water system, they are now doing it directly into Tamale. Okay. And then Yendi will draw its own from Yeji, okay. And other places. So that is at the highest level, not beyond us. Okay. In all the 4 MPCs beyond us, the capacity and the resources.
But the pressure will be on you.
Yes, of course. So I'm told last month, I went to the Ghana Regional Water Company, and I was told that engineers from Accra were dispatched to the region, and they did their feasibility study. Fortunately, a feasibility study was already done by the XY administration. They were just now looking for the resources. Okay. So now President Mahama, through the big push, has also committed to solving our water problem. And then another general problem, not peculiar to my concerns, is unemployment. That is a concern for everybody. Okay. In fact, it is not even eating deep in the youth, even our own families, know. And once you are given a position that they feel you are having responsibility over them, and you are in government, the expectations on you to get them jobs is high. Okay. So we are also praying that most of the policies that the NDC government has started implementing will yield the needed resource in terms of job creation.
But on the water thing, because I have been seeing a lot of it on Facebook, and I was wondering, is there a temporal solution that's been deployed now to at least ease it?
So the temporary solution on the part of government for now is water ration. So ordinarily, some areas, especially those closer to the barracks, and those people, they use never to experience always their taps were around because of the military installations or if it is an institution like Tamasco, Batco, those schools. Okay. It's an institution, so they used to get regular supply of water and benefits the adjoining communities. But now they've taken a deliberate decision to ration the water so that some area will not be staffed for months. Okay.
So now the barracks will also for some water.
So what we are also doing for some of them is that we give them water storage facilities. Okay. So that if Wednesday you have water in your community, better look sharp. So that when the Wednesday water can fetch as many buckets or gallons you can fetch to make sure that you are able to save water properly. And then on our side, What we are also doing is that we are dredging a lot of dams.
Okay.
Because fortunately for us, in as much as we think it should be an old age problem, people used not to use dam water again. But we are confronted with the reality that we must deal with, and that there's water shortage. So we are dredging a lot of dams, especially those that had dams before in the past, and then it is now, it cannot be used as a dam again because of mud. So we normally take excavators there to dredge it properly so that it goes deep in terms of feet, so that the rainwater that has started, they can store and use it later. So far, that is the temporary measures we are doing.
How well do boreholes do in?
So, the interesting thing is that some parts of, for example, my community, some parts of the constituency, water table there is very, very low.